Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. You know, it's kind of crazy to think how little money it took not too long ago to purchase 1 million XRP. Now, I know it's kind of painful to think about it in hindsight because pretty much everybody listening right now missed the boat. Or even if you were around at the time when you could have done this, how could you have known necessarily what was going to happen in late 2017 and late 2000 or early 2018 in terms of XRP price action? Who knew that it would ultimately go from 20-something cents to damn near $4 per XRP? So, missed opportunity. I wasn't even in the world of crypto. I didn't jump in until November 2017, and so when I think about it, it's easy to think, shoot, missed opportunity. Wish I had known. Perhaps I would have behaved in a way that would have really worked out for me financially. But on the flip side, look, it's not all bad actually, because the asset class is still here, and please recognize the degree to which this entire asset class is in its nascency. We are not done in terms of tremendous multiplier effects for certain cryptocurrencies in the space. That is my supposition. Now, I do want to be clear that I'm not a financial advisor. I do not have a financial background of any kind. And so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. Just your everyday Joe Schmo member of the XRP community that likes talking about topics like this, anything Ripple and XRP related, and making YouTube videos about it. That's pretty much it. Because I don't have people in my real life family or friends that are interested enough to sit down and talk with me for hours per day. And since I don't have that, I do have other people like you that are in the community that are just as interested in me. And so we can be weird together and talk about it excessively every single day, right? So that's where we're going. But anyway, before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap the like button. And also, if you, like me, recognize the potential of the cryptocurrency asset class and maybe a little bit of XRP up in our lives, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel to join the echo chamber. There we go. And I want to point this out, too, before I get to like a Twitter thread that I started, which resulted in some fun. Just to put things in perspective, this is the XRP price chart all time, from the beginning of it being listed on exchanges to today, this very moment. Now, what I'm circling right here, you know what this is already. I don't even need to tell you, but in case you're not looking, this is the parabolic bull run of XRP of all parabolic bull runs, when it ran from 20-something cents in late 2017 to almost $4 in early January 2018, before retracing, which is what we know happens in the world of crypto. And I even cited in a video just the other day that I fully anticipate there's going to be a major retracement in XRP after the next major run-up. And it's not unique to XRP, though. It's going to happen with Bitcoin or any coin that goes parabolic. There's always going to be a correction when it's overbought. And when it's oversold, you know what happens. It's the inverse, right? And I just want to illustrate this because it's still early days, and there have only been 3 alt seasons in the history of the asset class, mind you. And in terms of XRP price action, I actually didn't look this up before I recorded, but I'm pretty sure I know what this is, and if not, you'll still get the cut of my jib. What I'm circling around right here on the chart, you can see that little tiny baby boo tick up right there. I'm pretty sure that's the instance, and again, I apologize if I'm wrong, but the concept is true regardless, but I do think I know what that one is. I believe that's when XRP went from about half a penny to about 6 cents. I think a hair over 6 cents. That's a 12-fold increase, and then it retraced and went back down. And at that point, that was the biggest rally in XRP. And you can see in this chart, given that we're so zoomed out, look at this. It looks basically flat for years. It was so if you bought at the top at 6 cents, and then you could feel dumb because there was that 12-fold increase, and then it pretty much went back to where it was. You could feel stupid for that, or if you held, even if you were one of the people that bought at 6 cents, nearly 4 years later, it went from that, again, even if you bought that local high of 6 cents to almost $4. And so the reason I want to highlight this is because this little blip right here, it looks tiny compared to this one right here, the most major parabolic from just a few years ago, parabolic move for XRP. This one right here, I suspect, is going to look as small as this one right here after the next major move, because there's going to be even more institutional money, more retail investors, and we know what happens with market cycles. It's just a matter of time. I don't know when it's going to happen. I just know that market cycles actually exist, whether it's the stock market or the crypto asset class. And so as far as opportunities to purchase cheap, my gosh, I know we don't have the benefit of hindsight from 5 years in the future looking back on today, but I bet it's not going to be that bad. That would be my guess, my for fun guess, which again is never financial advice. That is not. I'm just sharing with you the way that I generally look at the space right here. And so I put this tweet out just the other day. I wrote, and apparently it's pretty well received because something like, I don't know, it's like 40,000 people or something like that have seen it at this point, and it's been retweeted a bunch and a whole mess of likes. But here's what I wrote. In early 2017, 1 million XRP would have cost you only $5,000, just saying. Hashtag XRP. And I just find it mind-blowing. Part of what made me think that, it's not like to rub salt in an open wound. It's more like, okay, yeah, we missed that, but there's still an opportunity for asymmetrical returns. This market is highly illiquid. And again, I'll point this out again. I mentioned in a video just the other day, but it's worth repeating. Look at this. Here's the XRP market cap. As I record, it's at $10.8 billion. Okay. How much money would have to flow in to double that? Not that much. And for Bitcoin, it's at 198 billion. How much would have to flow into that? I'd still say not that much, but way more than has to flow into XRP, because the market cap for Bitcoin is 20 times higher than it is for XRP. And if you understand the way that market cap works and how net inflows relate to what market cap actually is, way less money has to flow into the space than the average person understands to get a doubling or tripling or quadrupling effect. Barely any money has to flow in to get to that point. And that's why, to me, like market cap, it's mostly useless. Okay, it's an okay barometer in terms of positioning cryptocurrencies, relative to the next. And I think it helps keep the market participants place cryptocurrencies where they are in relative value. But it doesn't mean that there's that much money in them. Like, there's nowhere near $10.8 billion in XRP. There's nowhere near that much money that's been invested. Not even close, which is a good thing, because you don't need that much to get a multiplier effect. And so here are some replies to this Twitter thread that I started right here. World Champ XRP wrote, "Who has 1 million XRP still? Not many." To which Frecky responded, many more than you think, just split up multiple wallets. And so, yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think it's that many individual people out there that have at least 1 million. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than we're led to believe, because I think many people that do have that much XRP, they probably really do split it up for safety. Like, for my holdings, I'm not going to ever say how much I have, but I certainly split it up. Just because if something goes wrong, I don't want to be completely devastated. So I use multiple exchanges when I purchase XRP. I switch it up, and then I send... And then I have a cold storage wallet for each one of those exchanges, and I don't cross over, so that there's no link between, one wallet and two exchanges. I don't do that. I just choose not to. I'm just trying to remove as much opportunity for bad stuff happening as possible. And then scrolling down a little bit further here. Let me go a little bit. There are a few of these that I wanted to highlight here. Yeah, here you go. Just imagine how many XRPs you could have bought with $250,000, because that's what Roger Ver spent around the same time. He has one of the biggest bags outside Chris Larson's bag, just saying. And I actually didn't know that, so if that's true, I'll just take you at your word for the sake of it. I didn't know that, but I'd say if that's the case, Roger Ver doing pretty well right around now. Of course, obviously, with Bitcoin Cash and everything else, I would suspect he's fine. Anyway, Mark XRPLA wrote, 1 million XRP and price goes up 1 penny, you get $10,000. Wow. Yeah, think about that. See, this is the part where you get to and think about this. So if XRP, whatever your holdings are, once it does ramp up this market cycle, are you going to be able to handle it? Because think about how much the price is going to, in terms of United States dollars for you individually, depending on how much you hold, how much it's going to fluctuate for every penny it goes up, or for every dollar that it goes up, whatever the case may be. Especially even just on the penny level when you have that much XRP, though. And Frecky responded, "Yep. Also know it goes down $10,000. Right, exactly. So if it goes down 1 penny, you just lost 10 grand. For 1 freaking penny. I know it's crazy to think about, but this is true if you hold that much." And Frecky then said, You need to be able to handle weeks of $50 to $100,000 moves down. Keep that in mind. Goes both ways. Yeah, and so think about it. So right now with XRP being about where it is, whether it's 20, 23, 25 cents in that range, think about if you had XRP when it dipped down to about 11 cents in March, could you have handled that? The answer for me is yes, because I sleep freaking easy. Like volatility is desirable to me. Like volatility is not a reason to sell, in my opinion, unless there's a fundamental reason. But then it's not the volatility that's the problem; it's the underlying reason that's resulting in a panic sell-off, right? That would be different. But volatility in and of itself, no. For me personally, it's not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you. For me, that is not a reason to be fearful, and so I am not, because I know it's just a bunch of humans out there FOMOing in and panic selling. And that doesn't matter. That's not going to make me follow them off the cliff like lemmings. That's absolutely not going to happen here. Let me scroll a little bit further. And then there was this troll named Unbanked who jumped in. So you can see here's his account right here. Clearly a Bitcoin guy. And wrote, what is it now? So your $5,000 investment to get $1 million. What is it now? Like $1,000? So hasn't it lost 80% of its value? And no, that's not the case. So I responded quite simply, no, about $250,000. That's right. If you had invested $5,000 in early 2017, today, because it was worth half a penny, today it would be worth about $250,000. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know where the XRP price action is going to lead us in the future, and I don't make price predictions. I never will, because I'd just be making crap up. I'm happy to talk about the topic because it's fun. I admit that, and share predictions from other people. I'm just not going to do it because I really would just be making crap up, and I don't want to do that to you guys. Like that would just be disingenuous. I don't roll like that. But admittedly, it's fun to talk about. And so I'll just say this. I suspect that XRP is going to be worth substantially more than it is in the future, and there are plenty of analysts this is calling for, in the next market cycle, XRP to be, I've seen one, Blockchain Backer, for example, says that he thinks it's going to go from anywhere from $10 to $13 on the high end. And then there's DIY Investing, who is targeting more like $20 to $30. And so we don't know what's going to happen, but to think that XRP went in a matter of weeks from 20-something cents to almost $4 on pure speculation, my gosh, that is something. And that's when it was hard to get new customers on-ramped. Think about that. Cryptocurrency exchanges the world over were declining customers because they couldn't handle the volume of people that wanted to get in. Where would that price of XRP have gone if more people could have gone in during that particular rally? We can only imagine, but I suspect substantially higher than that. And so it would be weird to me if XRP never got back to its all-time high and never entered price discovery ever again. So I'm going to be right here along with you, taking the ride. Again, not pretending to know where this is all going to go. We're all in this together. But I just suspect substantially higher, and I'm going to outpatient anyone else. I'm not going to respond emotionally when people are panic selling and FOMOing in. I'm just going to hold my bags. And I think that's going to work out for me. And if it doesn't, I've only purchased what I'm willing to lose, and I'll make peace with that. It'll suck, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I could not feel more confident. I genuinely sleep easy, despite me holding more XRP than I ever would have guessed I would have held a few years ago, because I didn't know I'd have this much time to accumulate. I sleep easy. When it goes down, I'm like, whatever. And I don't beat myself up for not buying lows, because you can't. You're not going to be able to. You can't time markets. It's going to be volatile, and then eventually it's going to go up. And I just expect that most people can't handle that, which is to my benefit, since I'm able to handle that. It's that simple to me. So it's really just about managing emotions, and for me, super easy. And look, I'm not going to speak on this much further, but I will say, and I mentioned this in more detail in a recent video, which is why I don't want to go into it now. But I wasn't always like that. When I had less experience and had done substantially less research, so you can think, especially in the beginning or late 2017, when I just entered the space, it was easy to feel those emotions, because as it turns out, I'm a human too. But once I realized logically and through actual data how humans are behaving and why they're behaving that way, I just chose not to participate. And I've done a gosh darn good job. So hopefully I do as well, not selling too soon on the way up. That's my next fear, because I've been in the bear market almost the whole time I've been in crypto. I'm more worried about, am I going to freak out and sell too soon? Because it's like, as they say, that stupid saying, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I hate that saying. But you get the saying. It's like you've got something in your hand now, which is less than what you don't have in the bush. So it's like, is it actually going to come to fruition? Is it going to be worth more? And hopefully I don't sell too terribly soon. But this is something I'm going to, because we'll just have to see. We'll have that discussion when we get there. You and I will have that discussion when that happens. And you know what? Once it does, at least that's a fun problem to have, right? That's the way I look at it. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.